In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up your environment to start using Python. Before we proceed with the installation process, let's check if Python is already installed on your computer. If you are using Windows, you need to open the command prompt. You can do this by clicking on the Start menu and typing CMD in the search bar. Once you found the command prompt, right-click on it and select Run as Administrator. This will give you the necessary permissions to run commands that affect the system. If you see a prompt like this, click Yes to give permission. In the command prompt, type Python --version and press Enter. This command will check if Python is installed on your system and tell you which version is installed. If you see a version number like this, then congratulations, you already have Python installed on your Windows PC. However, if you get an error message like this, saying Python was not found, or Python is not recognized as an internal or external command, then Python is not installed on your system, which means you have to install Python. If you are using a Mac, you need to open the terminal. You can find it in the Utilities folder within the Applications folder, or use a Launchpad to search for it. So type terminal, let's click on it. In the terminal, type Python 3--version. Note that on a Mac, you need to type Python 3 instead of just Python. This is because, by default, Mac comes with Python 2 pre-installed. However, Python 2 has reached its end of life and is no longer being actively developed or maintained. This means that any security vulnerabilities or bugs that are discovered in Python 2 will no longer be fixed by the Python development team. In contrast, Python 3 is actively maintained and is a version of Python that is actively in use today and recommended for new projects on Mac or Windows. So make sure you type Python 3--version and press Enter. This command will check if Python 3 is installed on your Mac and tell you which version you have installed. If Python 3 is installed on your Mac, you'll see a message like this that displays a version number. If Python 3 is not installed, you'll see an error message indicating that the command Python 3 is not found, which means you have to install Python. The first step to installing Python is to download the installer. Head over to python.org. That's the official Python website. Once you are there, click on the Downloads button here. On the Downloads page, Python will automatically detect your operating system and give you the latest version. You can also select a different operating system here to download. I'm running Windows, so Python is automatically asking me to download the latest version for Windows. I'll click on this button here which says Download Python 3.11.2, which is currently the latest version of Python. If you are watching this video in the future, you may see a newer version of Python right here instead. Don't worry, all the materials you learn in this tutorial will apply in the newer version of Python as well. Click on it and it will start downloading the Python installer. You will see a progress bar like this that shows how much of the download has completed. Just wait for it to finish. Once the download is complete, you need to run the installer by double-clicking on it. This will open the install prompt that will guide you through the rest of the installation process. If you're on Windows, you are going to see this checkbox here that says Add Python to Path. This is really important because it allows you to run Python commands from the command prompt. Make sure you check this box and then click on Install Now to begin the installation process. It is installing now, just wait for it to finish. If you are using a Mac, you'll see an installation wizard like this. Simply click Continue, Continue again and again, agree with the license agreement, and click Install. Enter your password, and then click Install Software to install Python on your computer. Wait for the installation to complete. The installation was completed successfully, and now you have Python 3 installed on your computer. Let's click on Close and verify that Python 3 was successfully installed. To verify your installation on a Mac, open to the terminal again and type Python 3--version and press Enter. Again, you should see the version of Python you installed. You can also simply type Python 3 without the --version flag to launch the Python interpreter. and confirm that Python is working properly. On Windows, open the command prompt again and type Python --version and press enter. This should display the version number of Python that you just installed. You can also type Python without the -- version flag and press enter. This will launch the Python interpreter and confirm that it is working properly. Congratulations! You now have Python running on your computer. Next, we need to install a professional code editor. A code editor, also known as an IDE or Integrated Development Environment, is a tool that provides a range of features to make coding easier and more efficient. There are many code editors to choose from, including Atom, Sublime Text, and Visual Studio Code. In this tutorial, we'll be using PyCharm, one of the most popular code editors for Python development. However, feel free to use any code editor you prefer. To download PyCharm, go to jetbrains.com/PyCharm. On this page, click on the download button. On the download page, you will see two versions of PyCharm, the Professional Edition and the Community Edition. The Professional Edition is a paid version that includes additional features, while the Community version is a free version and has everything you need for this tutorial. Click here to download the Community Edition and wait for the download to complete. You'll see this progress bar here. Just wait for the download to complete. Once the download is complete, double-click on the installer to begin the installation process. Click on Next, Next, select all these options here. Click Next, and then Install. Select this option and click Finish. If you're on a Mac, simply drag and drop the PyCharm icon into the Applications folder like this. Now, let's double-click on this icon to run it. The first time you run PyCharm, you may see a warning message like this because you downloaded it from the internet. Click on Open, confirm the license agreement, and click Continue. Now, to run PyCharm, click on the Start menu and type PyCharm. Click on it over here. Select this option, Do Not Import Settings, and click OK. This is the main page of PyCharm that you will see when you first open PyCharm. Click on New Project and give your project a name. Example, Hello World. Make sure the location is OK for you, or click on the folder icon here to browse to a different location. Before you click on Create, make sure the base interpreter is set to Python 3, both on Mac and on Windows. The interpreter is a program that can execute Python code. Think of it like a translator. When you write a program in Python, the interpreter reads the code and translates it into a language that your computer can understand. And using Python 3 ensures compatibility with the latest features and libraries. Alright, now let's go ahead and click on Create. Once you've created a new project, you'll see a new Python file called main.py. And this is where you can write your code. For example, you can write print hello world and run it by clicking on the Run button here. In the console, you'll see the message Hello World. And congratulations! You've successfully set up your Python environment, and now you have all the necessary tools to start exploring the world of Python and building amazing things.